it makes me happy when I meet somebody that just loves what they're doing and is passionate about what they're doing, because it's like you're not really working.
True. Yeah. I wouldn't trade it.
And, that's a big buzzword right now, and I guess it has been for a while, is discover your passion and then do it. But not everybody is blessed enough to be able to do that.
True.
So it's so nice, and it's not like it happened for you overnight.
Right. Yep.
I mean, you had
time
to pay your dues.
Oh, yeah.
So I always tell people, and you can attest to this, if it's not happening right now, if you keep taking the steps in that direction, you keep that dream in front of you, it'll happen, right?
Yeah.
And you're the perfect example of that.
And it's not always easy, that's for sure. When I was starting and when I went out on my own and I had no clients, and I was like, all right, how is this going to work? And and then people started jumping on board, and then the stress kind of went down. But yeah, I mean, it's not always easy, that's for sure. And it's like I mentioned, it's not always, like I said, there's plus and minuses. I've been pulling super extra hours.
Right.
But I mean, eventually it does pay off. So, but as long as you work hard, it can happen.
Yes. The day that you take that week off, I want you to text me and say, I did it.
All right, I will.
Because that'll be really a big accomplishment.
I'm looking forward to it.
And then that'll be the last thing you do, and put down your phone for a week.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
I can do it. I'll put it online. I'll let everybody know.
Okay, that'll be really cool. So what do you think about people? They just came out with the doctors. What is that? The MDA, what is it? The Doctors
Association. Yeah,
yes. Yeah. They came out with that it was an addiction, that games on your phone and on your computer was an actual addiction.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I've never been a video game guy. I mean, I did play my share of Mario Kart when I was younger.
But
Mario!
Woohoo!
Yeah. I used to drive like Mario Kart until we got a logo car, and then you got to drive like a grandpa. But yeah, I mean, I never really got fully into video games. I don't even have a system. I never really got into online games because I'm online all day long anyway.
Right.
So it's the last thing I typically want to do. But I feel like I'm addicted to my phone. My wife would certainly attest to that. And then with having a smartwatch and even smart glasses, I guess you could say, I'm always connected. So, and I know that I feel like my phone's buzzing when it's not. And I think that's part of it.
Ghost buzzing.
But I do. I mean, for us, like every account we have a set response time. So it doesn't matter what day of the week, what time of the day, if it's a holiday or not, we got to reply. So I'm usually always checking and just making sure that I'm alert on stuff. I do now have software in place where it really alerts me if it's something really urgent. Otherwise, I can kind of dismiss stuff. So, but I've really kind of been able to balance it. So, like if we go out for a movie night, like we're walking in, I can check it really quickly and then put it away, enjoy the movie, and then on the way out, check it. You know what I mean? And then not let us consume us. So I really try to balance it for sure. We really try not to be on it around the kids, and that's all they see is a screen in our face. We really try to make it part of it. So the fact that I can take, camera videos of my daughters and show them, and then they want to play with some of the filters and stuff like that. I mean, I do have some games on my phone for them, so they can learn their letters and numbers and all those different things. So we just try to make it part. But honestly, we don't have cable TV. The kids hardly watch TV. We just try to keep them busy with other stuff. And luckily, my wife's a teacher, so she's always teaching them something. So
that's really good.
So you just have to balance it for sure.
That's excellent. And that's really good advice, too, to keep it balanced.
Yeah.
Because anymore, it's so hard with two parents working. I'm glad that I raised my kids when I did. And it was hard then.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what it's like now.
Yeah. The biggest thing I would say to parents is you can't just give them a device and let them have full range, because they can talk to anybody and they can do anything on there. And as much as they don't like it, you got to be all in their space and figure out what they're doing. I mean, my oldest daughter, she has a watch that she can call 4 numbers, my wife and I and the grandparents, and it gives me an alert that she's been picked up from school.
Nice.
And so, that gives me peace of mind and stuff like that. But, I mean, you have to I've seen time and time again where, I mean, Snapchat, you can see down to the street location of a user. And then when they did a software update late last year, it was automatically turned on unless you physically turned it off. And that was something a lot of people don't know about. And so you really, as a parent, cannot give them a device and just expect that they're going to use it properly. Always think of the worst and try to protect them from that. So that would be a huge thing that I would really push out there.
That is one of the bad things about being so accessible.
Right.
Because everybody knows where you live, everybody, everything.
Just like back to school. I don't know why people aren't more cautious about what they share. Like the fact that they share the kids standing in front of the sign. Okay, now you're telling everybody what school they go to. And sometimes you take picture with the parent or with the teacher. So now they know exactly what class they're in. And I mean, there's just things you have to think about as the world is nowadays, and just be cautious on. And that's why a lot of times I take photos and I share them later. So if I happen to go on vacation, a lot of times I don't post in real time.
Right.
People think it is because when I post it, they think I'm there. But I remember I went out to San Diego to a conference, and this was just after my youngest was born. And yes, my wife and kid were home alone, and I didn't want people to know, hey, I'm all the way in San Diego. And as hard as it was to be at a social media conference and not post in real time, I did it, shaking a little bit, but I did it. And then I posted everything after the fact.
Right.
So it's just those types of things that you have to be cautious about.
Yes, I always thought how stupid when people post that they're on vacation. Mm-hmm. So that's smart to do it that way. Yeah, and about the kids in front of signs, I never even thought of that, but that's bad. I remember when Facebook first came out, some people would say, well, I'm going to go to the laundromat today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's what we had for
lunch.
dinner.
Yep, yep.
I thought, oh, my God, give me a break. Mm-hmm. And people do business with people they know, like, and trust. You mentioned that one, and that's one of my favorite mottos. And I have to really monitor my Facebook page. And I have, like, not unfriended, but you know how you can unfollow them so that their stuff doesn't come. I've had to do that to some people that I know fairly well. Sorry about that. It wasn't you guys. Because they were either, A, getting too political, getting too personal, or getting too religious. Mm-hmm. And I can't have people thinking that that's how I think, or that I condone that.
Right. Yeah. And that's the cool thing about it is there's more and more options now to block people or to unfollow people or to snooze people and really control what you want to see. And with Facebook, I mean, if you like stuff or you're angry at, I mean, you're giving Facebook feedback on this topic's important to me or this one makes me angry, and they take that into consideration as they share more content with you.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's why they came out with we all thought, we just have new options on saying I love something, but when you say you love something, that's categorized and indexed and utilized to make sure that you're seeing more content that you're in favor of. So, but it all goes back to us as consumers thinking, why are we sharing this? What is this going to provide, even on a personal page? What am I going to gain from this? And just being more aware of that. I mean, certainly, none of us need more posts online. There's more than enough. We can't even consume it all.
There's so many.
But it's just, I feel like for a while, people kind of lost track of why am I on this platform? And that's, for me, it's family and friends. And me as a parent, when I post any kid photos, they're not public. They're only to friends. And so I really evaluate who wants to. I get friend requests all the time, and I turn them down all the time. It's not because I don't like you or it's not that I don't want to be connected. They can follow me, but I'm not going to be a friend with them because of those security settings.
And the other thing I like, too, is that you can unfollow people without unfriending them.
Correct. Yep, on Facebook.
Which
makes it easier.
Yes.
You don't feel so bad about.
Yes, because it might be like your brother or somebody that you don't like what they're saying, and you don't want it on your page, but you don't want him to think that you didn't follow him. Were you trying to say goodbye?
Well, actually, I'm just really hot. I don't know if you noticed this.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of warm in here.
It is warm in here, but our air conditioner is antiquated.
Oh.
And it makes a lot of noise.
That's why I wear shorts.
Yeah, good thinking. You knew. It was like you knew. Yeah. So what's next for you?
For me? like I said, we're having a blast celebrating 15 years. We're getting ready for World Emoji Day coming up next month.
Are you going to make your own emoji? You kind of already do.
You can now, you can now submit ones, and maybe I'll get the D icon up there for our logo. This August, we're going to do, since we have the hashtag and wagon, that's what we drive. That's what it's called. We did a name contest, and that's what won. And so we're going to stuff it with school supplies and give that to a local school.
That's really
fun. So we're excited for that. So details will be online. But actually, we're just trying to get everything in line. How are you going to
stuff it? How are people going to contribute stuff?
Yeah, I mean, since we're all going to be all over the place, and we'll let people know exact locations
we'll do stuff.
Yeah.
We'll bring stuff. We have a group called the DIVALUTION Project.
Okay.
And we're just Divas Doing Good.
Yeah.
And we do stuff for the homeless shelter and for the women's shelters in Midland and here in Bay City.
Okay.
So our group would love to do some school supplies for you.
Okay. See?
Yeah,
that's how it works.
I love it.
So yeah, anywhere we're going to be, if you see us, certainly, like you said, you can't miss us. A bright green car. You can give us school supplies, and we'll share that with the local schools and throw it up on Facebook and have a lot of fun with it. So we want to do more of those things.
Good.
So we're really pumped for that, and actually, we're just trying to get things in gear. We just wrapped up a very busy season. We did a social media conference that was actually here in Bay City at the DoubleTree. That was in May. We completely remodeled our office from carpet to walls to lights to everything. So we were all over the place for a period of time, and now we're back and have everything set. We did a big ribbon cutting and open house with the chambers, and that was a lot of fun.
Very good.
So we're just trying to kind of like take it easy this summer, get all of our stuff in gear. We just had an intern start yesterday. We had another employee start this morning, our project manager. We wrapped up filming episode 9 this morning, and so that will be out on the 15th. Or the 1st? The 1st. Yep, the 1st. So we're just kind of, I don't know.
So things are just rolling right along.
They are, yeah.
Is there something that you want people to know about you that I haven't asked you?
That's interesting. I'm pretty much an open book now, so I share a lot. But I guess the biggest thing is just, faith comes first, and then family, and then job. And so that's kind of how I live for and what I live by. So
that's a good thing for people to know.
Yeah.
I like that. Is there something about you personally and business-wise that you just want to get off your chest?
I felt like I've got a lot off already. Don't share stuff unless it's quality. Watch what your kids are doing online.
Those are very good
smart
things.
I guess for me, what I've learned a lot of this year since I've, worked in the agency life and then came back to be a business owner is if there's stuff that you don't like doing, don't do it. I just hired a company to take all of our calls and be our call center for us.
Nice.
So we don't have to be bombarded with that. And I hired a bookkeeper because I'm not good at that stuff. I tried. And so I guess just look at opportunities to get things off your plate that you're not stoked about doing, and then just try to enjoy the things that you do have. And also just like I know that it's easier for us to talk about negative online and to point out the bad things in life. And I guess I would just try to see how you can spend the positive stuff. Like for us, the fact that we can, since we had crappy weather for a while, we more embrace the summer season. But I don't know, things are good.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about, too. Look at the bright side.
Yeah.
One of my mottos is, why have a backup plan?
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Good. Well, I really appreciate you coming and seeing us. And if you're ever around, stop by and talk on the radio.
Yeah, I will. It was fun. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight.
You're very welcome. I hope you'll come back again.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Good. It was fun having you here. You're a fun kind of guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So nothing's going on this weekend here at the DIVALUTION because there's something special going on, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Maybe next week.
The suspense.
Yes. Yeah. But the one thing that I do want to make sure that I tell you is that the DIVALUTION project meeting, that's Dino's at Vino's, Divas Night Out at Vino.
I like that. Good.
Thank you.
Good marketing.
Thank you. Is not on July 4th, which would be the first Wednesday of the month. We changed it to July 11th. So mark your calendars for July 11th, 6 o'clock, to meet us at Vino. And this month, July, we're going to be talking about the spaghetti dinner that we're having on the 25th for the women.